The purpose of this project is to make tools available to people for use in the manufacturing and production of a variety of products, especially in rural areas in the U.S., and help bring their products to the national market not only by making these services accessible at home and businesses but also through centers where groups of people, that have no direct access to a computer, gather. At these centers, dedicated computers will be provided to accomplish the work to be done. Each month one dedicated computer shall be deployed to a center such as houses of worship and local community centers to make our services available to people in hardship, to find tools for whatever project they feel can make them productive, and create opportunities to sell their product online. To do this we use licensed professionals who already have passed background checks, for example, licensed insurance agents, that can act as our intermediary with local communities with their needs such as providing shipping supplies, providing help and support for our dedicated computers in centers and help us understand the needs of communities to help make them more productive. This project would also act as a catalyst that brings communities together in sharing how to use our services more effectively with their sales and growth to bring funds into communities. To make this project user-friendly to everyone including those with little knowledge of how to use computers, the website would be icon-driven. As for support with shipping, once the seller enters the dimensions and weight of their product, procedures such as calculating the shipping charge with an option for printing labels with the use of applets from UPS, FedEx, and USPS can be made easy by the click of a button where the label will include a return address, destination address, barcode and QR code that includes shipping charges. This project is made of two parts. The first online store is dedicated to the sale of tools for producers and manufacturers, and the second part online resale store is dedicated to making products produced available to the national and international markets. Long-term plan for this project would be to provide support with production, marketing, sale, and making shipping available by connecting freight brokers with producers that service their area for large quantities and make it easy to work with delivery services such as USPS, FedEx or USPS for small quantities in aim to bring funding to all communities across US. The success or failure of many projects depends on knowledge regarding the tools available and how to use them as well as all accessories for that tool. The right tool speed up the project, reduce cost, and help the producer focus on design, creativity, and sale of the product. Tools can be used for producers of food, makers of clothing, household item, 3D printing, etc. The potential and areas of use are endless. There are many tools for various projects that are highly effective for what they are designed to do, however, they never reach to the general market. If access and knowledge about the potential of tools are readily made available in one secure location, this would make people of all backgrounds more productive, that in turn would reduce prices. This project would be video-driven to make it effective for everyone. With other online stores such as Amazon or Home Depot, people must have knowledge of the specific tool and be capable of doing research to find what they need. The capability to do the research in finding the right tool to touch creativity in many people is not there. This project makes that easy to find the right tools for the right project. At these difficult times, it is important to engage people and bring them some level of hope. Currently, the US and the world are going through an economic crisis, which history has shown can lead to the escalation of war and threat of the use of nuclear weapons, which has been used before at the time of war, World War II Japan. It is well known fact the success of the US economy is dependent on the success of a large number of small and medium-sized companies. This project support development of small and medium-sized businesses throughout the nation and make the US a producing nation as it became during the Second World War, through peaceful means. My educational background starts with earning an undergraduate degree in mechanical engineering, including studies in areas of finance, management, and economy from Westminster University, United Kingdom. In the US I attended George Mason University, Fairfax, Virginia, starting my graduate work in systems engineering with research focused in the development of an interactive system for the visualization of multivariate data, which was funded by grants from various federal agencies, the success of my research, which provided funding support that allowed me complete graduate study in statistics, including research in parallel computing and computational statistics, and lead to the development of interactive graphical statistical software package based on my previous work, which led to published papers in areas of my research. My work in the industry started at AT&T as a systems engineer responsible for numerous projects in telephony as a team leader. My next position was as a member of the technical staff at Lucent Technologies, responsible for the design and development of applications for telephony switches. From there I moved to Motorola to develop cellular technology. During my work at these companies on my own time, I was developing a graphic user language, GUI, for statistical data graphics, which was used by North Central Regional Educational Laboratory, NCRL. Later in my career, I started writing books on philosophy and poetry, where these publications were cataloged and available in numerous libraries in many countries. I also was involved in photography, where I had shown in many galleries in and around the Chicago area. I have traveled extensively throughout the country by land and have been through many small towns in the U.S., which is why I am well familiar with their problems and how to bring them this support. This project is made of two parts. The first online store is dedicated to the sale of tools for producers and manufacturers, and the second part online resale store is dedicated to making products produced available to the national and international markets. On the resale side, there are about 340 million people living in the US, with 50 million being on Social Security one way or another. If we make just $1 net profit per package with just 10 million people using our service per day, this would bring it to $300 million a month. This does not include advertising revenue and the sale of packaging goods and other services. The price of tools and machinery can vary from $100 or less to higher than tens of thousands of dollars. Our organization can be a source where buyers can get in touch with reputable loan brokers to secure funding for their purchase. Since there can be large financial transactions, it is necessary to partner with an online escrow service. We would set up an automated online agreement form between buyer and seller that can include the date of delivery, method of delivery, responsibility for the cost of delivery, and other necessary arrangements in preparation for setting up the escrow. We charge our fee and cost of escrow from the buyer and seller based on their agreement as the escrow is signed. Due to COVID, people spend more time at home, and this has caused the sale of tools has increased, and this trend is intended to continue. The Federal Reserve, increasing the interest rate for an uncertain period of time, makes the future of the economy unknown, which would lead to more global geopolitical tensions. I believe making this project a success, it will lead to a more stable economy where it will ease tension nationally and globally. This project is made of two parts. The first online store is dedicated to the sale of tools for producers and manufacturers, and the second part online resale store is dedicated to making products produced available to the national and international markets. To start this project, it requires $800,000, as well as the involvement and support of your organization. This includes involvement in running day-to-day of the organization, help with hiring staff, help in research, and recommendations in finding web services including hosting and development, involvement in finding and interacting with legal and supporting financial companies. In a simple sense, this project would be set as a partnership. To obtain additional information, please email me at mm888sb@gmail.com or call me at 919-675-4550. Thank you for your interest and potential participation in this project. We look forward to speaking with you in the very near future. Again, thank you.